Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Newsgram. When it comes to children's stories, I have to admit I'm kind of a sucker for the ones that put you in the perspective of the main character, especially when that character is a toy or an animal or a flower, and in today's case, a little blue Christmas light bulb. Yes, I am a bit of a child at heart, and so is Dian Cooper.
My real name's Carolyn Dian Cooper.
She's an animal lover, an author, and she has a message to share.
I'm a child at heart. The books that I write are for children, and there's underlying messages for them in a biblical way.
Dian is most certainly a Christian. She's written a number of books, including Welcome Blessing, Welcome Christmas, Let's Play Ball, The King Meets Blessing, The Adventure of Blessings, Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. But today, we're going to be talking about the Christmas light, a story that will hopefully remind us of the true meaning of Christmas.
Even though it's Christian-based, I don't feel like it's biased towards the Christian faith, because actually Christmas has always been about Jesus' birthday. I just think we've gotten away from why we celebrate Christmas.
She's right, and sometimes it does feel that way. Between the onslaught of holiday-themed rom-coms released on our favorite streaming channels. You know, the ones that follow a very predictable pattern, and somehow we just love them anyway. The holiday bonuses, the elaborate parties. How about all the marketing messages? It can make us lose perspective. And in reality, we know that it's not all about Santa Claus and gift-getting.
I've watched several little kids get their presents, and that's all they're thinking about is what they're going to get from Santa Claus. And that's not why we celebrate Christmas. It's part of the joy of Christmas. But I feel like our children have a misconception of what giving is about. At Christmas time, it's all about getting.
So she put her imagination to work and she came up with this charming story. Are you ready for a bit of story time? Here we go. For years, Bright lay in the box in the attic, his aunt and uncle, mom and dad, and all of his friends waiting for Mrs. Smith to come home and fetch him. He always knew Christmas was near when he saw the first snowflake falling outside through the attic window. It was an octagon-shaped stained glass window with a cross in the middle pane. The sunlight would shine through it in the morning, illuminating a colorful cross on the attic floor. He could hear Mrs. Smith singing Christmas carols downstairs in the kitchen while she baked her famous pecan pies, pumpkin pies, and sugar cookies. She loved baking, and the smell of sugar cookies filled the air, mixed in with the delightful aroma of pumpkin spice and cinnamon. The sweet aromas danced their way through the Smith home, all the way up to the attic. Mr. Mouse jumped up in the box where Bright lay tangled in a web of Christmas lights with his family and friends. "Bright, do you think this is the year, do you, do you?" Mr. Mouse would ask anxiously. Bright would glimmer with a slight twinkle of hope and would always say, "Well, you never know, Mr. Mouse. Mrs. Smith might remember us this year." And with that tiny sparkle of hope, Bright would hold on to his twinkle, hoping Mrs. Smith would remember him.
I'm hoping that when I wrote the book and I illustrated the character of Bright, that it would draw the children in to the cute little character, little sweet faces, and make them want their mama, grandma, or whoever read them the book.
I'm sure they will. Dian did all the illustrations herself, and they're vivid and colorful, like a children's book should be. It's a fun story with a couple of different messages. The first one we talked about, the true meaning of Christmas and the importance of giving. But it's also about hope and family and something else.
There's an underlying message in there. You know, just because we get old doesn't mean that we are thrown away. And that goes for grandparents and our elderly parents. They still have a purpose and can shine bright in their own right.
Okay, that too. But my favorite message was never give up.
every child is special in their own way. And if they dream, they dream. Never, never, never give up. Never give up. And that's my underlying message in a lot of my books.
All good things. Remember your dreams with passion. Respect your elders. Learn the power of giving. And of course, love each other and understand the true meaning of Christmas. It's a cute story that you can easily see played out on television, or if nothing else, just in your mind's eye.
In our world, Christmas time is a time for joy, but we also forget about the people that have no families, no joy. At Christmas time, they find themselves alone. We're never alone. Jesus is always, always with us.
The Christmas Light, written and illustrated by Dian Cooper. It's available now wherever you like to buy books. I would start with her website, DianCooper.net. And there's no E in Dian, just D-I-A-N, DianCooper.net, because there you can read all about her and see her experiences and check out her full body of work. There are also links to many other popular places online like Amazon, Changing Hands, and Barnes & Noble. It's all in the show's description. And that will do it for this edition of Newsgram from WebTalkRadio.com.